Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Throwback Thursday. This is episode 3 of our journey through the Lord of the Rings TCG.
That's right.
Childhood favorite from the 2000s, based on the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy from Peter Jackson.
Also the books.
The movies are based on the books, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
But the cards are based on the movies.
Lord of the Rings all the way down. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We got our first game in last time we were here playing, of course, what was it? Hobbits and goblins/orcs versus essentially Nazgul and
Uruk-hai.
Elves.
With elves and dwarves.
Elves and dwarves. You were the other side of that pie.
I had a lot of crossover going.
Do you have men as well there? Did you run any Boromirs or anything like that?
I don't think I have any of those, no. Let me take a peek.
What we're doing today, as Zach said, we're opening Mines of Moria.
I didn't say that at all.
The second set. Should have said it.
I said it last week, I think.
And we're going to open these packs up. We're going to enjoy the experience. Going to have a good time together. Going to live in some nostalgia. Going to appreciate the feel and the smell and the scents of these old packs.
Of the 2000s. If this is the first interaction you have with this series, I recommend at least going back one episode. Episode 2, we had the decks here that we have built and we played. If you're not already familiar with the game, because unboxing and looking at a bunch of cards that you don't really know what they do might be entertaining, and it probably wouldn't be, but it might be. That's up to you, but just a recommendation from me.
I've been surprised at how much
what happened here.
People dig,
where Jonathan fell?
Probably dig unboxings and opening packs and stuff. Like I got locked into that crazy fab pack opening pack
Stream.
Break. Stuff and I don't even care.
Well, it had the sad air horn of apology.
There were other reasons that was worth watching.
Yeah. So this is Mines of Moria. The game plan here is, if you're not familiar, so this game we're going to be doing the first 10 sets of the game, going through the journey of those first 10 sets and experiencing it. Oh, that's funny. And experiencing it as the game was originally released. And these sets were released in what are known as blocks based on the 3 different movies. So the first block is 3 sets: Fellowship of the Ring, Mines of Moria, and Realms of Elf Lords. So the intent is we're going to open this box and we're going to use cards from this to update, tweak, and make improvements, hopefully, to the decks we were playing last week. Then we'll play and we'll do the same thing with the 3rd set. And when we get to 2 towers, the 4th set will restart. So you open the box, build decks with a totally new vibe about what's going on, and rinse and repeat all the way through Return of the King.
Yeah. Are we going to be playing the Balrog in this?
The Balrog is in this set. Will we open him? I don't know.
So it's like a rare moment.
Yeah, it really is. So we have our location, our path deck. We all have to play this the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which makes the Balrog -6 to play from your draw deck.
Okay, right. So you're kind of incentivized to do it, huh?
Yeah, but the Balrog, his faction is with the orcs. So presuming we open it,
I'd be playing it.
It would be in your deck, yeah.
I'd tell you what, my enemy side was crushing last time.
It was crazy. Some people were saying with a limited card pool, a lot of times the bad guy, the minions, the villains are a little more powerful because they don't build as much. So from a constructed standpoint, you need synergy and building on the hero side.
But they just
bad guys are kind of just throwing whatever threats they have at you. Yeah. So they're inherently built to be a little less reliant on each other.
I kind of like that ultimately, though,
which is fun
because it kind of does bring home the reality of the story of Lord of the Rings that 1% of the time it might actually work, and 99% of the time you just die to the evil forces because it's really, really tough.
Hot news coming in from the chat. Apparently there's a common version of the Balrog, so the odds are we'll get at least one, if not multiple, which is great because we both have to go to location 5 where you can search your deck and play a Balrog for basically free.
Okay.
So regardless of what faction you're playing on the minion side, that's like a doable thing. So here we go, Balrog on.
All right, so I know Obsidian Series is here for the hot hands, the hot pulls.
Yeah.
I know that's going to happen.
Green lines supposed to be? I'm a little nervous.
I don't think anybody's seeing them out there in the world.
If you see any green lines on the screen,
it means Jonathan's been in the studio.
Messing with stuff.
And holes in the mat.
Yeah, it's really strange.
But a leveled camera.
Strikes and gutters.
Much nicer thing up there. You see that?
Yeah, I did. It looks
nicer.
It looks legitimate. Yeah, I do want that box. I think.
I'm such a bad collector.
You just tossed it right in the can.
Here, look. I guess we should make it nice.
Make it nice and fancy.
Look at that.
Chris Malaber saying, "I want some spicy pulls."
Put it right there. And I feel like I want this to be a little brighter. What do you think?
Yeah, it does look a little dark.
I don't know how all these things change.
These packs look great though.
Constantly.
Takes me straight back. I'm gonna spread these out a little bit.
Okay, Flaming Brand. Here we go.
Flaming Brand is one of my favorite cards in the entire game. It's the torch that Aragorn uses to nuke the Nazgul.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also totally busted.
Like too good?
No, not in this format, but in Constructed, it was. I think they had to ban it.
Oh.
It was just too reliably good. So here's what I'm looking for. I don't even know if it's in this set. I know Balrog's in. I would really love to see a Gandalf. We have Balrog happening, so if you end up leaning into a heavy Balrog moment, it would be really cool if Gandalf was around.
Yeah.
Also, of course, Aragorn. So beyond that, anything cool for my decks. Okay, there's going to be a lot of good goblins in this set for you, unquestionably. That looks like a Nazgul to me.
It is a Nazgul. Where's the rare slot? What do we need to know?
On the bottom, it'll say a number, R, rare, uncommon, or...
Okay, so this looks like uncommon, rare, Gandalf staff. Well, that's a good start. And then it looks like commons in the back. That's kind of cool that they front loaded on this one.
I can't open this pack.
Do you want a knife?
No, we did it. Yeah. It was just really, really stuck. Blood of Numenor.
The rarest is apparently Gandalf's artifact staff. Wait, this. That's not the rarest card, I'm sure. Maybe Uller is just saying it is in this set, but not Gandalf, potentially. Okay. Now I'm going to get to look at actually these cards. Did you see this? Did you see this ability on Ulere Atea? Just wound an ally when you play it?
But it's not companion, it's just the ally.
Oh, right. That'd be busted.
I got another Hobbit tale for you. It's called The Red Book of Westmarch. Place your support area. Each time you play a tale, you may spot a Bilbo to draw a card.
Mm-hmm. I've got that.
I just got the common Balrog.
Oh, sweet. Well, we've already done it.
The Balrog Durin's Bane. Check this out. 12 cost, 17 strength, 5 health, damage +1. So if he doesn't kill you, he does 2.
I mean, it's an overwhelming, but...
Also fierce, so you have to fight it twice. Well, you can spot the Balrog, discard all other minions, skip the archery phase, discard the Balrog if it's not underground. So as soon as they leave that location, he's gone.
So... You decide who gets sacrificed to the Balrog as the fellowship, right?
Yeah, you're going to send people to the... Yeah, you got it.
Wow, that's a different story, isn't it?
This is interesting. Frodo, Reluctant Adventurer. He's a common. Just basically new versions of Frodo, right?
Yeah.
So, Ring Bearer, etc. The cost of each artifact, possession, and Hobbit tale played on Frodo is -1.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really
We got some good... I'm glad to get more options there.
Yeah, and of course, just seeing stuff like this Goblin Spearman makes me terrified.
What does stealth do? Like on a condition, especially?
I think it's just they call it an unloaded keyword.
Okay, so you can just target things with stealth. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this new Valley of the Silverlode River Sanctuary. So this is step 6 on the travel path.
Yep.
When the Fellowship moves there, each Hobbit companion may heal. So good for Hobbits, I reckon.
Good for an old Hobbit deck. Practically everyone was invited. That's fine. Exert Bilbo to play a Hobbit from your draw deck. What? Just reading through.
I'm sitting. Why am I watching the stream? I'm getting that feeling. You know what that feeling is? That feeling that I want some of these cards. Look at Goblin Bowman here. Just a nice 4/1 archer. I was looking for more archery in the last playthrough. And then Goblin Flanker is a really cool unit here. When you play it, you can add 3 threats. It basically only costs 2 if you've moved more than once. So it's kind of a prevention mechanic if you ever get frisky.
We got Balrogs in different area codes, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Check this out. Stricken Dumb. It's a Nazgul event. Exert the Witch King to discard a tail or weapon.
Good removal.
Yeah. Also got
not cost restricted, of course.
Yeah, of course. I got Pippin, Mr. Took. Pretty cool. He has the ability to play Gandalf or Aragorn. His Twilight cost is -2.
Very good.
That's nice.
And opening up some different builds.
Sam, Proper Poet.
They did a great job getting the stills on these cards. They come through really nice.
That is nice, right? Exert Sam to make him Defender +1. So he can just take on, 2 things at once.
Of course. Are you separating your cards out at all?
No, not yet. I'm going to do that in a minute. I've got too many things to open.
David Anderson, some of my friends used to play this game in middle school. I was a Star Wars TCG kid, though.
Yep.
We were the exact same, David. Zach and I were Star Wars TCG as well when this was going on.
Yeah, this was kind of a side, off game that I was playing with a couple people at the time. You cannot pass. Spot Gandalf bearing a staff to prevent a minion from being fierce until the regroup phase.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's the Balrog, right? It's the answer to the Balrog. Come on.
Dude, check this out. Hobbiton Party Field. Location 1. Exert a Hobbit to play Bilbo from your draw deck. And also an uncommon Bilbo, Well-Spoken, Gentle Hobbit. Exert Bilbo and discard a tail to discard a shadow condition from an opponent's support.
Okay, sick. So Bilbo might actually be a significant part of the fellowship on this one.
Ooh, I like this guy. Got a rare Uruk Captain.
Bring it on.
Damage +1. Shadow, remove 1 Twilight, and exert Uruk Captain to play an Uruk-hai from your discard pile.
Sick. And then we got Evil of Foot here too. Exert an Uruk-hai and spot X burdens to shuffle that many minions from your discard into your draw deck.
Which you saw, you almost ran out of deck last time.
I did. It happened just in time.
This location's awesome for me. Location 4, Hollin, Hollin. Plains Uruk-hai are not roaming.
Ooh,
most of those Uruk-hai are location 5. So getting one that just makes them not roaming is really sweet.
All right, too much attention is the rare here. If the ring bearer puts on the 1 ring, spot an Uruk-hai minion to make the 3 people's player discard the top 5 cards of their deck.
Just a discard strategy.
Okay, I see. So you could maybe just outlast. Filbert Bulger, Wily Rascal. Exert a Hobbit companion twice to cancel a fierce skirmish involving that Hobbit. Oh, well, that's pretty good for Sam.
You just take 2 and don't die.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Cool.
Man, there's some good cards here. Look at this that fit into your card pool. Fill with Fear. Play it to your support area. While you can spot the Balrog, skip the archery phase. Exert the Balrog to discard a ranged weapon. But if you draw it after they get past location 5, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right? It's was the game then at this point when Mines of Moria hit, were all the decks doing Balrog, anti-Balrog, you think?
I think at the time of this, right, everyone had to play that location.
Yeah.
So you can go get a Balrog on location 5 and play it for 6.
Yeah.
Right? Just how it was.
Ooh, a foil Mary, horticulturalist.
Oh, nice.
Exert Mary to play Farmer Maggot from your draw deck. I'm gonna have a little party, Ernie. A little Hobbit party.
Ooh, dude, this is hilariously specific, but good. It's called Dark Fire. To play, spot the Balrog. Plays on Gandalf. Each time the Fellowship moves, Gandalf must exert -2 strength for Gandalf. Oof. As far as I remember, everyone was also playing a Gandalf.
You got to, right? Apparently Filbert is super good.
What is it?
That Filbert I was looking at. Filbert Bulger, exert a Hobbit companion twice to cancel a fierce skirmish.
Yeah. And he gives that to every Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's so good. He just cancels fears basically.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a lot of damage, but you don't die.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I got this Hobbit rare. It'll be cool because we're gonna go through it, and it obviously will be somewhat focused already. But I see this and I'm like, oh, Stephen might want to play this. It's a tail, costs 0. The bearer must be Bilbo. Bilbo may not take wounds except during the archery phase. Then during the Fellowship or regroup phase, you can exert Bilbo or discard this condition to remove a Twilight.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, just don't give you any money to spend.
Yeah.
Bring that on. Town center seems really important for my previous, where I was, site 1 was always active. Play a Hobbit Alley to draw a card. That would be very good. Jarnsmond is a really cool rare here. Play spot Gandalf. Each time you play a shield, armor, helm, or hand weapon, its cost is -1.
Look how hilarious he is.
And old Hugin. Who could forget Emissary from Lake Town?
Yeah, he was really critical of the plot.
So you got to have Gandalf to play these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someday.
I see.
Players Count is saying every Free People's deck pretty much need an answer to the Balrog. Usually a Hobbit stealth or enough meat shields to throw in his way.
Man, Hobbit stealth. Oof. On the Balrog? What's up? That's good.
Hey, dude, check this out. Foul Things. Play an orc minion from your discard pile.
Yeah, you love that, right?
Also, huge tentacle. This is another orc theme here. They get all the tentacles. The Watcher in the Water is in this set. It's a tentacle +1 damage. When you play this minion, you may play Watcher in the Water from your draw deck. This minion may not bear possessions and is discarded if not at a marsh. All the tentacles usually go get other tentacles.
Nice. And then you have to, it's only in a marsh that they get good.
Yeah.
Of course. Gondor will see it's done. If a companion is about to take a wound, exert a Gondor or man companion to prevent that wound. I like that theme.
Yeah.
Play spot, place your support area. Each time the fellowship moves, you may draw a card. Okay, is this my symbol? The eyeball?
It's the...
Who are the eyeball people?
No one was playing. The eyeball is Sauron.
Ooh, interesting. So to play spot a Sauron orc, you put this into your support area, and then each time the fellowship moves, you may draw a card or 2 cards if you spot a Sauron tracker. So like every time they move, you're gonna fill up.
That's crazy.
That's sick.
Here it is.
Sick.
Flaming Brand. Bear must be a man. This weapon may be born in addition to one other hand weapon. Bear is strength +2 and damage +1 while skirmishing a Nazgul. So it's free +1, and then you're +2 and +1 damage against Nazgul particularly.
So that seems, you said it was broken, but only against you, right? Yeah. So Will probably was playing it.
I think they eventually had to get rid of it for whatever reason.
I feel like that's each search card and each tracker is +2. Okay, fearing the worst, that's cool. Look at Goblin Man.
Literally.
One of the coolest superheroes, you know?
I definitely thought you were joking. It's like, I was not expecting to see a true Goblin Man.
Oh, exert it to look at the free people's hand. Know all your tricks. I mean, that kind of, actually in this game, actually is good. It's quite good.
Oh, check this out. Dwarven Bracers. +1 strength. Bear must be a dwarf. If they're about to take a wound, you can discard this instead.
Yeah.
I like that. Gimli's happy.
A lot of Townsend. Got a foul tentacle myself. Another Balrog, of course.
Balrogs in different area codes. Alright.
Yeah, Player Scout's saying Flaming Brand is busted, 0 cost. Second weapon means that it's an auto include as it never gets in your way and it almost single-handedly dumpstered the Nazgul.
Yeah.
Let's just not play it. How about that?
I like a good challenge.
Ooh, the Cave Troll's Chain. Have you seen this?
I mean, not in an eon.
Oh, dude. Also, this would be good for you. Well, technically me against you. So it'd be good for me. Throw yourself in next time to play spot a orc. Plays on a Hobbit companion. The bearer may be exerted only by shadow cards. So it turns off whatever hobbits were wanting to exert to do things. Like my strategy with Merry or Pippin or whoever it is that does that.
Yeah. Check this out, dude. The Balrog Sword. 1 cost, +3 strength. Bearer must be the Balrog. Damage +1, so now he deals 3. This weapon may be born in addition to one other weapon. He's got the whip, too.
I mean, oh, it does pump his strength by 3 as well. He's overwhelming everything. This is insane.
He big. Yeah.
Wizard Staff, of course. For Gimli's kinsman.
Let me. Does he do anything fancy?
He is good against Uruk-hai.
Okay, nice. Just having more companions will be.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Seems like we got a lot more.
Staff Asunder. Spell. Discard a staff, Gandalf is bearing, and exert him twice to discard a minion he is skirmishing, like the Balrog.
That's probably what that's for.
If he has a staff, you can discard it and do 2 damage to Gandalf, and then discard whatever he's fighting.
I love that. That's so good. That's so good. Truly. Got these foil flankers, Goblin Flankers.
Those are crazy looking.
Yeah.
You love to see new Nazgul. Ulari and Quaya? Who knows? Ooh, wow. Each time he wins a skirmish, you can exert him to wound the ring bearer once or twice if you can spot 5 burdens.
Oh man, how interesting is this? Alright, so check out this chain, this cave troll. And the cave troll is my faction, yes.
Yeah, you want the cave troll if we can open him.
So you put it on the troll, then you can decide to skip the archery phase if you want to, which is cool. If you don't, every time it takes a wound during archery, it gets to slap back at that archer. So it does 1 every time it takes a wound during archery phase.
He's not pleased.
He's not pleased at all.
Check out this archer commander. He's a 4-cost archer. Each other orc archer is +2 strength.
This is nuts. Then I got the Moria archer troop here. Archer, well, you can spot another orc archer. Add 1 to the minion archery total. I mean, like, this is awesome. I love archery. You know that.
I'm in the Mines of Moria and you're shooting at me.
I'm playing archers yet again.
Somehow.
Got the Tower Assassin for Sauron here. Exert it to wound an ally. That's always going to be good, right?
Oh, I like this. Realm of Dwardelf. Place your support area. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck to make a dwarf strength +1, limit +3, and if underground, damage +1, limit +3. So I can discard 9 to get +3 strength, +3 damage. Oh, that looks awesome. Ulari and Quaya foil.
Ooh, nice. Cool. Beautiful. Got the Dark Places card here. I don't know if you've seen this, but you can replace an opponent's site with your marsh or underground side of the same number. So it kind of forces them to go down to
the locations
right?
that you want.
To the mines.
His terrible servants.
Yeah, Greg. So can you splash? Can you splash?
Oh, and a foil version. That's cool.
Put some Uruk-hai in your goblin deck.
You can splash.
You can? Okay. Ooh, glowing. Cool rare. For each dwarf tail you can spot, glowing is strength +1. That's just fundies. He's a pretty good little companion.
Yeah, that's a great companion.
He maybe goes to 9 strength. You go all in. Each comes into play during the archery phase. Discard the... Yeah, it's cool.
Wow. Orcbane. Spot Sting or Glamdring. That's Frodo and Gandalf swords. And exert its bearer X times to wound X orcs or X Uruk-hai.
Yeah, it's great. I love that.
Ooh, hand axe. That's really helpful for the Gimli. You can bear it in addition to another hand weapon. It's like a mini axe, you know?
Yeah.
Discard this weapon to make the Fellowship archery total +1.
Good. Ooh. A rare artifact.
Why
is it all gold? Is that nice?
The like fancy stuff is gold like that.
Cool.
Like the unique, really cool looking stuff.
Mithril coat. Must be Frodo. Minion archer is -1. Each minion skirmishing Frodo does not gain strength bonuses from weapons and loses all damage bonuses. That is some real deal. This is the best card I've seen so far in this game.
That's some heat. Yeah. That's some Frodo heat.
You gotta have this. But which one of us gets it?
There's gonna be a fight. Oh my goodness. Check this out. Not feared in sunlight. To play, spot 2 hobbits. Place your support area. Each Nazgul is strength -4. Discard this condition during the regroup phase. So for 1 turn, all my Nazgul would be -4.
No, Nazgul hate. I think they were just wrecking people in the first set.
They totally were.
Absolutely is how that goes.
Oh, this is cool. Shield of Boromir. Bear must be a man companion. The minion archery total is -1. If bear is Boromir, each minion skirmishing him does not gain strength bonuses from weapons.
Love it. I like that they did that for the shields. That's cool, and for the mithril. Dude, nuts. Look at this helpless condition. So, this is Nazgul, right? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
So to play spot Frodo and a Nazgul, it plays on Sam and it blinks him. Helpless.
Nice.
And then, so, exert and spot to add X. So they're playing with burdens a lot more too.
Yeah.
Have you seen this Ulari Nelia? The rare ring wraith?
No. That's great. Let's go.
Twilight, what does that mean?
It's an unloaded keyword, I think. So I have things that say like spot a Twilight Nazgul, which is when they're in that mode.
So while you can spot 2 burdens or 2 wounds on the ring bearer, this thing is fierce and damage +1.
We're going to make it happen. I'm about to get to some deep deck building here. Check this card out. You'll like it. It's called A Promise. 0 cost condition, Hobbit card. Place your support area. Well, you can spot Frodo and Sam, and neither is exhausted. Each of them is +1 strength.
All right. That's fine.
That's a great little bit.
Little strength bonus.
Someone saying Nelia is awesome. Did we open a Nelia?
Yeah, I think that was this Ulare Nelia. Uh-oh, here we go. Lurtz's sword as well.
I hope we get Lurtz. He's awesome.
Bearer must be Lurtz. Damage +1. When he wins the skirmish, 3 people's player must discard the top 2 cards of their deck. So it seems like the white hand is doing the discard effects, right?
Like trying to nuke their deck.
Yeah, essentially milling
exhaust you. Dude, check this out. Great Chasm. The Twilight cost the first Orc Archer played to each shadow phase is -2.
I feel like I'm going to have to go that direction, right?
I got Bill Ferny. Nazgul are not roaming. The Free People's player may not assign a character to skirmish Bill Ferny. Discard Bill Ferny of Underground. So he just makes sure Nazgul not roam.
That's awesome.
They have lower...
They do have lower...
roaming values.
Oof.
Apparently one of the notable things about that Promise card is that it's not unique. So you could have 4 in play. So Sam and Frodo are just both +4.
Ooh, okay. So you just build a better mousetrap on that one.
Crazy.
Lurch is apparently in the first set.
Missed him. We were this close.
I'm going to have to open more first set.
Oh, Elbreth Gilth O'Neill. That's a tail.
Potter over there?
Bearer must be the ring bearer. Skirmish, discard this condition to take off the 1 ring or to cancel the skirmish involving the ring bearer and a Nazgul.
I love that card.
You're like,
I'll be taking that.
Need that. I'm going to have to get some of those cancel the Hobbit skirmish cards.
Wow, there's some really good cards here.
Yeah.
Like if you're still doing the elf archer stuff. Where'd you try to play?
Oh man, I'm going to have a lot of copies of this. It wants to be found. Spot a Twilight Nazgul to add a burden. Oh dude, the rare Balrog.
No way.
Look how awesome that looks.
Nice. Gorgeous.
It looks fantastic. It's the Flame of Udun. So damage +1.
Like the noodles?
Yeah. Udun noodles. Damage +1 fierce to play spot a orc. Discard the Balrog if not underground. Exert the Balrog and remove 2 Twilight to play an orc from your discard pile.
That's a great card. Wait, that's the one that doesn't get rid of all the other minions?
Oh. The other Balrog, the other stuff goes away. But he costs 14. So if you're at location 5, it's -6. But still, he just looks awesome.
And then I happen to stumble on a card where you exert goblins to reduce the cost of the Balrog -2 every time.
Yeah.
So watch out. We dug too deep, as Joe said.
Ulare Lamenya saying he got the rare Balrog. Steven is set. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
But we got a lot. We don't have Gandalf yet, do we? Is he in this set?
I don't think. He might. I don't think he. I think he's in a starter. Got dunked on. Check. Dude, this box is on fire.
What you got?
Watcher in the water.
Ooh, we got the thing.
He's the big tentacle at the end of the road. Well, you can spot Watcher in the water, discard all of their minions except tentacles. Each tentacle is strength +2 and damage +1. This minion may not bear possessions and is discarded not at a marsh.
That's sick, man.
And although the foul tentacles can get the other ones, and then there's the huge tentacle in the Watcher in the water. So we got the whole set.
Killer. So the dwarves, this is cool. The dwarf mechanic is discard from the top of your deck to do stuff. It's clearly like digging too deep, mining.
Yeah, and they run out of resources.
It's so smart. It's a really smart way to do that. The old Orc Taskmaster. Exert it to add 1. That's great. That's a great card.
My final rare.
There you go.
Not my final rare. No Mere Ranger. Exert Aragorn to make another companion, strength +2 or +3 if that companion has the Aragorn signet. One day there will be an Aragorn and it'll be great.
One day. Set 10. We'll get there. Ooh, the old foil Orcbane rare. What's up?
This has been a good.
This is a good box, huh? That looks gorgeous. And look, the foiling is almost like exclusively on the sword.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, dog.
Turn
your eyes, Obsidian.
Beyond the Height of Men. 2 cost. Exert an Urkai to discard an armor possession, helm possession, or shield possession, or all such free people's possessions if you can spot 6 companions. Wow. Exert an Urkai. If you have 6 companions out, it's discard a helm or all possessions. Discard all possessions. That is crazy.
If you have 6 companions, discard all possessions?
If you have 6 companions, I can play this Exert an Urkai, and all your possessions go away. That's wild cats.
So you got a Valor Morghulis there. Last one for me here. Release the Angry Flood. Super cool. Exert an elf to wound each Nazgul once or twice if at a river.
Is that the Rushing River art? Or I love that. The water that looks like horses coming. Right? Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, here we go. So you wanna build some decks?
Yeah, let's divide this stuff. I'm gonna divide it into the factions. And they're definitely, after playing last time and just getting overwhelmed, I am interested in re-looking at some of the older cards too that I didn't pick. Because I think having some amount of like cancel could be really critical. Like there was that
person.
Well, it was the canceling like when you like ganged up on my ring bearer.
The Hobbit stealth.
Yeah,
kind of
and
stuff.
It's like I could have just been running a couple Hobbit stealth just in case, because that's gonna happen. That's how you lose.
It is gonna happen. Yeah. Definitely seems like a winning strategy.
Winning?
Just put a bunch of stuff out there, and then overwhelm the ring bearer. I'm a genius.
Yeah, ultimately, I think the core strategies were, if you swarm, you get to choose where you assign stuff, and then you can overwhelm characters that way. You can also have big, bad, scary things that have fierce, like the Nazgul.
Yeah.
And then there's also kind of a mid-range version, which is like you have, like there's archery, like you're starting to see the archery threats.
Yeah, I dig the archery stuff. I dig it very much. So we added essentially, is this the first time we've seen the Gandalf faction, like the wizard hat?
We had Gandalf cards before.
Okay.
We just didn't have Gandalf.
You just didn't have anything to...
There was a rare Gandalf in the first set. And I think there are rare Gandalfs all throughout in different sets. So it's not that it's impossible to get him. He's just rare. I feel like this box was loaded. I don't know. Were there any big hits in this set that we didn't get? Because it felt like we were getting... at least all the bad guys.
Where the game is won. The Balrog looks cool.
Look at how many, like, of all the bad guy cards I have, how many are orc?
No, hey, don't mind if you do. It is Moria after all, right?
Yeah, this is your set. Don't worry, I'll get mine someday.
Even the tentacles are me.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, and the cave troll would have been you, too, if we'd opened it. I think that's one of the ones that we missed. Like, and so the next set is, I think on the free people side, there's going to be a lot of dwarf cards, where the Mines of Moria. But in the next set is the Realms of the Elf Lords, I believe. So that's when we're going to start getting into. That'll
some
benefit
different
me.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Was there a rare Witch King outside?
Yeah, there's a Twilight Witch King, which is the one that I would murder Will with all the time.
I'm glad we don't have it here then.
Yeah, I don't remember it. So the Twilight Nazgul messed with burdens a lot more. And there was I forget how it even worked, but there was a way to really pressure burdens on the ring bearer with the Witch King. Because that's what happens when you get stabbed, you know, in the old movies.
Okay, good.
Was there anything about your deck last time that you're wanting to fix?
I'm probably just going to go... I'm going to see what the archery synergies look like.
On the bad guy side?
Yeah, on the bad guy side. I mean, I think everything was functioning well. You have these little mini synergies within that card pool. So, like, I feel like you have like Goblin Spearman, right? Which is +2 damage when it has the Goblin Spear. So you have this kind of recurring weapon build with them. And so it's probably cut that stuff and add the archers if I want to do the archery side.
Minion archers are brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, just like pepper the board. And then of course a Balrog.
Yeah.
Right.
You can technically play the big bad Balrog. I don't think I can because I'm not playing all the orcs.
Mm-hmm. Like with all the cost reduction?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to or not.
Oh, I'll do it. We gotta get a Balrog on the table, right?
Well, why else are we here in the Mines of Moria?
Mullet Man saying, if it hasn't been mentioned, the common Frodo in this set is probably the best Frodo in the entire game.
He seemed pretty good.
Best in the entire game? Thank you. So I don't feel like you could do like Watcher, Balrog, and... Well, maybe you could. I mean, it's only a few tentacles, right? It just shows up once.
Yeah, I think the problem you run into is that it's like stacks on stacks of conditional.
Yeah.
So the Watcher in the water can only be at the marshes, I believe is what they're called.
Yeah, marshes.
And then the Balrog can't really be anywhere that's not underground. So, and he's really expensive. So it's hard to play him besides that one location.
So if you ever get past the underground marsh stuff, I have no threats left.
It's just, yeah, you start drawing into bad cards that don't do anything to me. Which is not 100% where you want to be. But it's thematic, you know.
It's thematic.
Once you make it out of the Mines of Moria, breathe gently.
Okay, I'm going to take the goblin stuff.
Yeah.
Here's your Nazgul stuff.
And you have the Uruk-hai stuff as well.
Yeah. Is it the white hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Am I taking the Sauron stuff?
I don't think anyone's necessarily taking it, but you're welcome to any of it.
I feel like this is like the Sauron decks are decks for like advanced players. There's a lot of like text and stuff.
I'm not sure if it was in the like at some point after set 10, they kind of did a like soft reboot of like what was happening, and it wasn't. It was really it's very contentious. But the I know that was one of the factions I think that changed significantly.
Okay. The Sauron stuff.
I'm not sure if it was for the better or worse, but I just know it was different.
Okay.
I'm going to put Sauron stuff up here.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'm just going to kind of stay faction true. I'm not going to like min-max super hard. Man, crazy.
Gandalf stuff, not really playable. Yeah, I'm also going to do similar. I'm just going to look through the relevant cards.
I mean, what are the chances you actually draw the Balrog and the Balrog Sword in the same 8-card hand, right?
I mean,
is there a search for it kind of mechanic or something?
I assume the Balrog Sword is the kind of thing, like if you see it when they're at 2 and 3, you hold it.
You just hold on to it.
Because you know the location is going to let you search out the Balrog.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's look at these good guy cards real quick.
I don't think the flankers are going to make much sense for me. Healing a minion. I mean, you could heal the Balrog, I guess. Goblin reinforcements. Let's think about this. I feel like it's going to be corner case. It's probably like one of the best cards of the game. It's usually how that works. Tons of if you've moved more than once this turn. Attack here.
Trying to incentivize it.
Well, they're trying to disincentivize it here. Like all this stuff, like, is better whenever you've done it. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
you're too sophisticated. Skip the archery phase. Discard arranged. I don't need that. Exerted by shadow cards. I mean, that's a good card. Throw yourself in next time. That's a really good card. Hilarious too. This minion you may discard an elf condition. Numenor, is that what that is?
Is what?
That little symbol. Is this Numenor? Okay.
That's just the elven symbol.
It's just elves. General elves.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what the difference is. Okay. Goblin Scribbler. Now, this is interesting. Roaming penalty for each Moria Orc is -1.
So normally the roaming penalty is 2?
Okay. Okay.
So then you only pay 1 extra? Does it just go into play? Or is it a character?
It's a character, yeah. So it's only so you play it first, and then all of your stuff can dump for 1 less.
Yeah, and you were playing a lot of things turn to turn, but...
Yeah. Okay. The Moria Archer Troop has my attention. Let's put in the archery stack. Ooh. Yeah, those things are good, man. Unique minions are +1. See, this Dark Places thing I think is really important. Play it out in your support area. Spot an opponent's site to replace it with your marsh or underground site of the same number. Well, there's your Watcher and there's all that stuff.
Yeah, this is like specifically good stuff. Apparently K-Troll was in the Fellowship as well.
I'm sure attracted to this Watcher in the Water thing.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
The thing would be also looking at all the locations to see how many marshes you can get out. Because it's not just like a single place that can be a marsh.
Yeah, Power and Terror is the Balrog event, so I'll put that in a Balrog stack.
Do you know what Exhausted is?
Exhausted. Like if you exhaust something?
No. It says this resistance becomes unbearable. It says exert a Twilight Nozzle to exert the Ring Bearer. If the Ring Bearer is then exhausted, he puts on the 1 ring until the regroup phase.
Didn't we do this? We know exhaustion. We did this last time. Exert something, take a damage. If exhausted, isn't that just like tapping it to do something or something?
Let me look.
Oh, exhausted is 1 wound from death.
Okay.
Nailed it. Thank you, Ryan. So how many Foul Tentacles do you run?
I think that depends on how many marshes you have, right? That's the biggest question for me.
I'm going to have a lot of marshes, okay. Cave Troll's Chain, not going to matter, sadly. Dark Places. Moria Archer Troop. Oh, dude, I'm going all in on archery. You bet your buckets.
I had a feeling.
Whip of Many Thongs is about to end. Wounded companion in that skirmish twice. Wow, Final Cry is awesome. We didn't get the whip though, did we? Ghost Ride it.
Watch me whip.
-1.
Do you have... There were more Nazgul cards in this, right?
I didn't have very many. I had a very small amount.
I'm missing the rare one though.
Could have hid that one from you. It's somewhere. We'll have to look for it. Fill with Fear. No, I don't want to skip the archery phase at all. Dark Fire, Rex Gandalf. You know, it's just silver bullets on silver bullets. Somehow it works, doesn't it?
It does somehow work.
Foul Things. We'll get to it once we sort through all this stuff. Dark Fire. Don't need it. Don't need this. Okay, I think I've got my stacks that I actually want to play.
Here we go. Go into this Eric stack.
Exert the Balrog to add a burden. Now, burdens are what?
You can have 10 before you get corrupted and lose.
So that's got to be a very specific strategy.
Yeah.
I think killing is easier. Call me old-fashioned. Goblin Spearman, all differences. Play Balrog, yeah. I feel like there's some really nasty burden strategies. And when I got the Archer Commander, dude, this is unbelievable.
Those archers are pure value.
I mean, this is gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
You better pack some shields and stuff.
Bad old feeling about this one.
Michael Olsen saying, Final Cry won Sweden the first Team World Championship. The player played 4 Final Cries at Site 5.
That's awesome.
What was Final Cry again?
That was the one you were just reading.
Yeah, it was whenever Gandalf was getting wrecked at the end. Here it is. If a skirmish that involved a Balrog bearing whip of many thongs is about to end, wound a companion in that skirmish twice. So basically 6 wounds. 8 wounds? Oh, come on. That's so funny. Busted. Is it 4 of in this game?
I think so.
Exert the Balrog at a burden. Okay, I've got... This is nice. It's a lot easier just coming in and upgrading.
Right?
Yeah. Much better. Places, Dark Fire. Need that. Okay. Okay, great. Done. So I'm going to try the Watcher just because, of course. You know?
Watcher in the water? Man, so what all are you trying all of it?
Well, I'll get there. I mean...
It's a lot to fit.
It's just 1 Balrog. 1 Balrog Sword. Maybe a couple
Can't play you.
Power and Terrors. Maybe a couple of Dark Places. Maybe just 1. Foul Things. Okay. And then just the bows. Goblin Bowman. Archer Commander. 2, 3, 4.
Let's play
Archer
one.
Troop. Yeah, I mean, that's not too much. That's 4, 7, 8 archers. Not bad, not bad. And after everything resolves, they go away, right? They're not persistent. So that's not that big of a deal.
What's not persistent?
Like, just like after the conflict, you move on, and it's just a one-time deal. So a lot of stuff's got to come together here.
Impossible.
Plays on a Hobbit companion. Bear may only be exerted. That's not a fun card. Scribbler, don't need you. Spearman, probably don't need you. All right, let's take a look at our...
Yeah, I'm getting my deck back out.
Check out my... Oh, and I've already got the Goblin Marksman because I'm a genius.
This should be interesting.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like the foil version. It's pretty cool.
That's going on. I went through, the first thing I did is went through and removed anything that I'm definitely not playing.
Yeah, that's helpful, right?
Yeah. All right, let's look at this again.
Ooh, these old cards are awesome. They really are.
Like the ones you were using last time, or just these old cards?
Just all of them. All of them. Like, just the theme of all of this. And it all works together like you'd expect.
Just wild. And exploring these old games is always fascinating because there's obviously years of experiences that were created that you just suddenly get to have access to.
Yeah.
Like this would take, 4 or 5 months for the next set to come out back in the day. And it's just like, all right, next set.
Yeah, we could just go right to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Sick. Ancient Chieftain. I mean, you gotta love that guy, right? I'm gonna put 1 in there.
Now, we also have these old cards.
Yeah.
That may come back around. I'm actually gonna look at these locations and see if they stick out first. Okay, not roaming, that's relevant to me. Bilbo doesn't matter to me. Nope.
So I got plenty of room here.
Yeah, that's probably relevant to your interests.
Beneath your deck. Goblin Sneak, huh?
I'm sure that might be interesting to you as well. Here's the locations. This is the only one that's really did anything new for me.
Okay, exert, play an orc, make orc strength +2. All those things that just make strength happen are super good.
Yeah, like instant strength boost.
Yeah. The ring bearer exerts or takes a wound. Discard a card from the top of your draw deck for each minion you spot. For each shadow card discarded this way, add a burden. I don't need that anymore either. Discard a card that wounds and stack that orc on this condition. Yeah, Goblin Swarms. What's up? You're still so good. And the Marksman. Okay. So first thing, let's get these archers in here.
I don't, this is from last time, but I know that you were using this card. There's a foil copy of They Are Coming.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be playing a lot of those.
You have one of those?
It was just in the old stack.
Huh.
Not being used. I'm going back through all the old cards real quick.
I've got 2 in the deck. But that's enough. It's enough for old Stevie. So apparently I should increase my deck size.
Check this out. Moria Lake. It's a marsh, state level 4. When the Fellowship moves to Moria Lake, Frodo or 2 other companions must exert, but it's a marsh. So
I think I'll be interested in that. Can you pull that out for me?
Just going to put things in I think you might care about.
That's nice.
Holy smokes.
Okay, we got our archers in. We've got a couple of Balrogs. Cool. And then let's do foul tentacles, a huge tentacle, and a watcher. That seems natural.
You're moving so fast. I need bodies.
4. And let's see, Balrog Sword, yeah, Power and Terror, we'll get a couple of those. Goblin Swarms, of course. Exert Orc to draw, that seems good. Those all seem good. I am going to drop Unfamiliar Territory, even though it did such good work last time. And that gets me into Watchers. Apparently Midgewater Marshes, Site 2, did you get that, pull that one?
I did not.
It's from Fellowship of the Ring, the OG.
It just felt...
it's a marsh, at least.
Yeah, it's a little rough on your Fellowship.
Mm-hmm. So you probably don't do that with hobbits on the other side. Yeah, it's tough. You can do that to me, though. This is going to be fun. Okay. Players Council watches yet another player fall into the tentacle trap. That's why we're here. We're here to give the real experience. Discard all their minions except tentacles. Each tentacle has strength +2 and damage. The minion may not bear possessions and it's discarded. It just seems pretty good. I guess clearly it's not.
What is it?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess you have to have a lot of money to do this well. Just watching the water stuff. Okay, some bows.
I think it's mainly just the like conditional nature of it. Like if you get to a location, the only thing that you have to play are those, and it's not a marsh.
Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah. Maybe you just do a little splash, right? Like, maybe just a couple of tentacles. What's the average, like, money you expect to have going into that phase? Like, how much money on average? 10?
It's based on your locations.
But, like, you know, just on a
I'm
standard...
going to guess 3 to 4 people in the fellowship and a 5 or a 6. So, yeah, you should have around 10 plus.
Cool. I'm going to do that then. I'll just do a light splash there. And then I'm going to bring some of my standard swarm back in. We need host of thousands. I don't know why I just got that out of here.
What up, Anesthesia Cat?
Anesthesia Cat. Whoo! Minions +2 while in the same skirmish as another orc. I feel like our commander was really... No, it's not that important.
They gave me that blue stack. I think he sniped that from me.
I don't reckon. Goblin Sneak? No. Spearman? No.
Where did those cards go? Oh, they're right here.
I do some Spearman with a little... yeah. Being surrounded by shadow cards. Foul things. Dark places.
I like the narrator voice there.
Event.
Genuinely.
Play a minion for Major Card Power rather than an orc? Oh.
That's good.
That would be like the tentacles. That's why it's on the thing. But you gotta pay 2? To pay 2 more? That would get the engine rolling again. No, we're not doing that.
Now we're cooking.
We're not doing that.
Alright. So first thing I'm gonna do, besides I went through those Free People's cards from before to see if I wanted any of them, is I'm going to go through and look at my cards and anything that is not good.
It's a good start.
Take it out of my deck. I have more options now. I didn't back then. Like this, some of the allies.
Not ideal, right? Yeah. Okay, so we could do like a couple of spears. Let's just get some... Let's get scimitars in there. If a bearer kills a companion in a skirmish, add 1 burden. There is a burden plan here. Moria axe. Let's just do it. Let's do some swords, some S words, and a couple of goblin scavengers. Let's do that. Now we're rounding it out. The goblins. We'll do a little dark places. I think we got a dark places in here. Spear is good on... Oh, you can put it on the Balrog? Oh my gosh. I mean, I hadn't even considered that. That's hilarious. Who knew? Okay, they are coming. Put it aside, replace it. Now, apparently, again, I'm supposed to make my deck bigger, but I'd rather run out of deck before I do that. Like once. And, yeah, from your discard pile, right. Go through cards, exert, right. Why don't I, you know what, I'll add like 6 cards. How about that? I'll go to 66.
You can be over?
Yeah, but you gotta be balanced.
Is that what we learned?
Yeah, you gotta be balanced on both. Then I don't have to choose. Apparently there's like 200 card dwarf goblin decks.
How do you even shuffle it?
How do you even shuffle it? That's a great question. I'd love to know. Okay. Goblins out of here. I will put your foil dark places in here.
Why not? YOLO.
It's crazy. These things you play to your support area, you really don't want more than one of them. But if they're important, it's classic card game problems.
Right.
Spot an opponent's side to replace it with your marsh or underground the same number. Well, let's try it.
I need to look at the Hobbits cards.
7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 37. I'm at 37 here. Goblin cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36. So, yeah, that'll work. Let's do that. 4, 5, 6, 36. I can go to 36. And then we can add... I'm going to let my dragon shields decide. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Do I have one sleeve left? One sleeve, 36. Let's max them out.
Do you, how many copies of that Hobbit cancel card do you have, perchance?
Hobbit stuff?
Asking for a friend?
All of them, probably.
You're like, I'll take 4 of these, cancel everything you're doing. That's fine.
Well, these are good. These cards are good. Yeah, I'll give you some. How
many you got?
Stealth here.
I'm just curious.
I probably just had like the one and just like nailed it last time. I've got my my goblin stack done. Hobbit stealth. I have 1. Did you look through all the rest of the from last time?
Yeah, they're not in there.
2. We'll do 1 and 1. That's fair.
That seems fair.
Totally fair. Okay, let's get these guys out of here so I can focus on my fellowship.
Oh, there's more dwarf cards? You've been holding out on me? Hand me those Gandalf cards.
Yeah, this is just all the stuff I sorted. I didn't put it anywhere.
I just need to see those.
Put the Nazguls over there.
Some of those are relevant to your interests. Because, like, you have Boromir in there, right?
I do have Boromir, but he dies, like, instantly.
Not with his shield. And my axe.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to build a little Boromir here. Ooh, Hobbit Intuition. You're awesome. This card is so good. Ugh. Okay, heal this ally. Exert to heal another Hobbit ally. Now, I had some kind of weird cycle going here. Don't you love halfling defenses too? Oh my gosh. To play Exert a Hobbit, place your support each time the Fellowship moves. Spot 2 Hobbit, contributing the shadow number -1. Beautiful. But how many Hobbit companions will I have? Gimli, Merry, Hobbit Farmer. This ally has the game text of that site. Exert spot opponent site 1 to replace it with your site 1. Okay, and then the new site 1 that we want is Town Center. Play a Hobbit ally or a Shire ally, draw a card. I mean, this seems so good. What was my other one? Twilight cost of each Hobbit is -1. Well, that's good too. So Hobbit Farmer makes all your Hobbits free, or you can draw cards. Indeed. The Gaffer. Exert to heal Frodo or Sam. Oh, this is the combo. Oh, no. Incredible. That's incredible. Okay.
You up to some indecent things?
Yeah, they're very, very indecent. Yeah. And we've got the Marys that are going to heal. We've got our Hobbit swords, of course. Fewer than 3 Twilight tokens, add 2 to the top 3. Proudfoot's obviously great. So he's gone. Yeah. Hobbit Farmer, of course. We already have one of those. Intuition, stat, sturdy. Sam is +1. Exert, heal. Sam. Yeah, there's a whole, like, all the hobbits hanging out at home are doing cool stuff.
I'm going to upgrade to the new Sam.
Gaming Esquire, check this out. I'm behind on the stream, but hope you didn't include Watcher in your deck. It's terrible. Players Counselor had to add new tentacles that makes them more playable.
Well, you're in for a treat.
Fixing to find out. Strength is tripled.
I think I even have to play Philibert.
It's like super good, right?
I think. Just,
what's it do?
Exert a Hobbit companion twice to cancel a fierce skirmish involving that Hobbit.
Yeah.
So
it's good against you.
So good. I mean, it's good against anybody.
Yeah. Well, unless they don't have fierce, right?
That's true. That's true.
Which I don't.
Except for the Balrog.
Yeah, I might have some fierce. Okay. Hobbit Sword. Hobbit Stealth, of course. Okay. Let's look at making Boromir a little bit better. What do you think?
I like that shield getting in there.
So I've got armor. Bearer takes no more than 1 wound during each skirmish. That seems good. And then we need hand weapons. Yeah, okay, so this works great with the Hobbit swords too. Dagger Strike, sick. Shield of Boromir. Minion archery is -1. If bearer is Boromir, each minion does not gain strength bonuses from weapons. Sure, let's go, Boromir. Let's do it. Sentinels of Numenor. I think that's a little too corner case for me. I don't have enough min.
Classic.
Maybe 3. Flee in Terror. Oh, and Aragorn, is he man as well?
Mm-hmm.
Is he in the min faction?
He's in the man category. Although there's a Rohan version that's really cool.
He's in the man category.
Yeah, he is indeed a man.
See, I'm thinking about Boromir in all of these, but actually, you need to be playing both probably. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw the shield in. Maybe we'll draw it early.
I'm just gonna put some things out here that might be contestable.
Batter must be a man. All right, we got a shield. We got some dagger strikes. We got armor. I need something for him to swing a sword to attack you with.
Like the flaming brand.
Where's the man stack? Oh, right, that would be the one. But
I'm not offended by its existence. Apparently, it was really bad because you could have 2, and that's what you used to do. Put 2 of those on a like Aragorn, and then he's 6 strength plus 6 strength against Nazgul, and kills them easily. But you only have 1, so it's fine.
4 if he is defender +1. What is defender +1? How do I
can
get
block
that?
2 people at the same time.
No way.
Yeah.
How do I get that?
What do you mean?
How do I become that? Is that what Boromir is naturally?
Isn't he?
I don't know. He died literally instantly last time.
What's your interest level in this? It's not a super valuable coat. It's just a basic thing to put on a thing.
I think it's fine, if you want to do that.
Asking for a friend.
If you want to do that, it's fine. It's fine.
I don't have very much minion archery, whereas I feel like you're about to overload me with it, so I think I need a little something.
Yeah, sure.
In the tank to have a chance here.
Sure.
All right, we're at the point, even with 2 sets, where edge case cards are starting to go away.
Yeah, they're gone.
Because, there's too many just foundationally solid cards.
Man, Bear must be a ranger. Quit saying that. Here's a coat of mail. That's not that good. Aragorn's probably best on Aragorn. I feel like there's maybe a rare Boromir that's defender. That's important.
There's an Aragorn that's defender +1.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I know
so these are all
much.
man cards. These are all man cards. Okay. 1 wound during each. Yeah, cool. Armor. Can I heal Boromir somehow? really did like what my deck was doing. Sam, Merry, Pippin, Frodo. Clearly that's kind of what you do. And then we got new versions of some of these guys. Heal a companion or to remove a shadow condition. Sure. I think these are a waste of time. Boromir is going to maybe get a shield, and that's it. He's done. He's done for. All right, Pippin, what are we up to? Play Gandalf. No, don't need that. Each time we play a tail, you can spot Bilbo and draw a card. It's a corner case. Exert Bilbo to play a hobbit from your draw deck. Well, that seems pretty good. Exert Bilbo, discard a tail to discard a shadow condition. I don't know. You're going to play shadow conditions? I don't know. Do you do that?
Maybe. Asking for a friend, eh?
Exert Sam to remove a burden, or exert Sam twice to make him Defender +1 until the regroup phase. Well, that seems just strictly better. Burdens, we're not doing burdens, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We got all these Bilbo strategies now.
It's possible that I might have burdens. I haven't gotten there yet, but I think it was on a lot of my cards that I could be playing here.
So Frodo, Reluctant Adventurer, becomes the one to use. We've established that.
That's what the crowd says.
Okay, I believe the crowd. And I'm starting Frodo, Merry. How many toots do I get? Boromir?
You can have 9 total companions that ever are in your fellowship.
And is it 3 to start?
4 cost.
4 cost.
Plus
Okay.
Frodo.
Boromir. Okay, so Boromir, Merry, Frodo is the thing there. Okay, solid. And then Sam. Wait, where does Sam come in?
He's just in the deck. I think your starting location let you go get him.
Oh yeah. Did it? Or number 2?
Don't remember.
Man, how did I not remember? Twilight Cosby Town. No. How do I get... Wasn't there a search thing? Huh. Okay. Or maybe there was a card that got Sam. There's got to be something in here that does this. Okay, anyway.
I don't remember.
I'll find it. I'll figure it out. Maybe I just drew him early. I mean, that's incredible to have just done that. Green Dragon Inn. That's right.
Was that the location?
Yeah, it's a site. But I wasn't running it. Were you? I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. My location 1 is somewhere.
Maybe
Green Dragon Inn.
Okay, I do need to run that then, because I'm on Green Hill Country. Which
Exert
is
a Hobbit to play Sam from your draw deck.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I think we have another one. If we're both playing it, that's just where we start.
Mickey 10 shadow number -2. And the shadow number is how you get money to kill me with bad things.
We only have 1 copy, but if we're both starting there, we just start there.
Okay. Exert a companion to place a 3 people.
Yeah, Herman, I do think we only have 1 Boromir.
Really needed Farmer Maggot, I think.
Do we not have Farmer Maggot?
I don't think so. But each now to go 2 minutes forward. How much can I tech against Nazgul? What do you think?
Much as you feel inclined. Who knows if they're even going to be in my deck? That'd be hilarious. Just a total
Just change it entirely.
bamboozle.
for 1 ring, or to cancel a skirmish involving the ring bearer. And then that's cool. These are great. Bring a weapon to wound a minion. I like the cards on like Hobbit Swordplay where you can spend money to basically prevent the things that I want to do. It's like, okay, that seems fair. Nice imitation, sick. Good card. How many Filberts you end up on?
How many what?
Filberts?
None, but there's a couple copies of it over here if you want more.
No, I've got 1 million. Just kind of curious where you ended up on that. Because it does seem awfully good.
Right?
It sure does. So someone of us is going to eventually do a big burden strategy.
Yes, and who knows who that could be? I don't know. Maybe me?
I think it is you. Yeah. And we got pipe stuff. We decided not to do pipe stuff. All right, this is easy enough.
I'm getting there. There's a lot going on though. I know you're in here.
Spot your site 1. There's the game text of that site. Gaffer. This Bilbo's not as good as the new one. Until we get like good. It's one of those cards. You gotta get good. Okay. How many Hobbit Farmers do you run? I think you run... You need 1 out only, so only run 1. Isn't that how that works? Hobbit Party Guest, or you got another... Let's put another Hobbit Farmer there. Do we decide... Who do we decide whose site starts at 1? Do we bid? Is that how it's supposed to work?
I think we bid burdens. Yeah.
So return seal as ally. And then we got the old Hobbit Hospital, as the kids say. Okay. Great. Love these cards. Got the ring. And we've got Gimli, of course. You know why? Because it's Gimli. And I'm going against this. An ally to draw a card. I mean, those things just seem good. Sure. Town Center. Take care, Ulere Laminia. Gotta go to work. Get up early for work tomorrow, rather. Take care. Enjoy.
Whew. Getting all these cards in is tough.
Yeah, I just made my deck bigger.
You almost ran out of cards, so that checks out.
Okay, we'll put Filbert in there.
Let's see where we're at.
A Bounder. Master Proudfoot. These allies are weird because they don't actually do anything except their ability. They never engage in fights, right? They don't, unless they're at their home side, I guess.
Yeah. They just have abilities, I guess. They're at home making stuff for you. Man, we just got bombed.
Oh,
They go.
a lot of emojis. So you think that works? What do you think they get out of that?
Surely nothing.
Surely nothing, right?
Otherwise, my life is a lie.
Okay, let's just do this then. I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to play the Get Sam Out. Don't be a dummy game. Okay, this is good. I'll convert to this Sam. Don't let him die. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My fellowship side is updated. That was, I think, going to be the harder part for me. You had some weird stuff going on with your bad guys. Now let's look at the bad guy. Actually, hold on.
A promise. A promise is worth a lot.
Yeah, I remember this Frodo being in a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Like, the art is very familiar.
To make Sight's shadow number -2. The shadow number is the threat that you get. Shadow number of a sight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put that in.
Another Filbert. How about 2 Bilbos? He seems pretty important.
You said Bilbo?
Yeah, I'm going to do a couple of them. And then... Okay, exert Bilbo, discard a tail. And then let's do some fun stuff here. With a nice imitation, I'm going to do a few deft movements. A little bit of a promise, of course. You've got to have a promise.
How's your deck feeling?
That's fine. Just gonna get it on the table, you know?
Did it get better?
It's basically the same one. It's just, yeah, a little bit better, probably. Some of the things got upgraded. And then... I do think I might want an additional Hobbit Sword. If I can. Yeah, I think so.
A little Hobbitus.
From last time, right? Exert Bilbo, play a Hobbit from your draw deck. Oh no, that's really what I need.
Don't like you.
I think I might go to 3 Bilbos then, actually.
Did you end up playing any of those Bilbo triggered cards?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do some of those.
That could be devastating. There's a card in my deck from last time called Wariness. If a stealth event is played, I can exert an Urkai to cancel it. So the stealth event's like that cancel the skirmish with a Hobbit.
Super good.
But that's so...
Well, so, I could use Not Feared in Sunlight. Each Nazgul is -4 for the turn.
I'm not so on Nazgul that I'm offended by that.
You're about to be. Discard this condition to take off the 1 ring or to cancel. Yeah, you got to do that. I'm just going to do a smattering. See what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens, man. And if you have extras, you can always heal, right?
Yeah, extra copies of someone.
Yeah. Okay, let's see where we ended up. So we've got start essentially with Sam, Frodo, Merry, Pippin, or Boromir. Easy. Then we've got 2 Marys to heal. We've got a Pippin, just to have one. Another companion there. 2 Dagger Strikes, which goes with 2 Hobbit Swords. We wish we had more Hobbit Swords. Those are only commons? We should have more.
We only got 2.
I think we only got 2. Yeah, it's right here. It's funny, I ended up playing like almost all the stuff I got in set 1 in the first game. So there's really not a lot left out, you know?
Yeah.
Frodo, Pippin, yeah. Just the pipe stuff, which I don't think we can do. I don't think I have the... Okay. Let's make this triple. Okay. So we've got only 2 Hobbit Swords. Is that all we've got? That's annoying. Any other weapons? You got any weapons I can play?
I got I mean, here's the Free People's cards we didn't use last time. Did you look through here?
Huh.
So the Gandalf stuff doesn't... I think it's all Gandalf.
Is that all Gandalf? Probably doesn't have any swords,
Dwarf and Elf wouldn't help you either.
Probably not. Let's take a look. Unless there's some axes in there. Okay. Hand weapon. Alright, let's see if there's any hand weapons here. Surely dwarves have like an axe or something. Here's the hand axe. Yeah, it must be a dwarf though.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, come on. You don't think somebody can figure out how to swing an axe? It's an axe. You telling me men don't know how to use an axe? Hobbits? Just swing it at something.
By golly.
It's not exactly, you know, a sophisticated program. We got some good... Did you not play the... You didn't play the elves? We got Asphaleth and stuff? What are you doing?
It goes away when you go underground.
You could have a horse, though. Yeah, it's obvious why we made these decisions. Okay. Okay, I am going to take a Flaming Brand, but I'm not going to take any of the other tech cards. That way I can at least put it on Boromir if I get silly. Okay, then we got Bilbo. Mr. Baggins. And we've got a number of the wedding cake. 2 Bilbos, 2 wedding cakes. You can't not have Bilbo show up though, so I'm gonna go 3 there.
Let me count them. Don't forget your starting fellowship counts to your fellowship total of cards.
Yeah, I've got that. Do you count Frodo even? You don't count Frodo or the One Ring, right?
Right.
Yeah. The Gaffer. Exert to heal. Twilight Pool. Fine. Founder. Filbert. Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, can you... I'm gonna grab a copy of the Balrog. Just in case I want to get frisky. I do.
You're going to.
Let's see what I got here.
Yeah. So one more Bilbo there, and then we're gonna do a choke deck here. Sword and the Flaming Brand. All right, I'm there. Just need my sights now. Boom. I like building both the decks. That's pretty cool. Okay.
I don't know how useful that is.
And then these are all the ones you pulled that I might want to look at?
From a quick glance.
That's good enough for me. Okay. So looking at Midgewater Marshes, I think that's too bad for me on the other side. Brownlands is interesting. No, I think Shores is still better for me there. Valley. Skip the archery phase. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go Valley of the Silverlode over Lothlorien Woods for sure. Great. Great.
Old Dunk is saying don't double push from site 4 because you go into Balrog territory and it gets real mean.
Okay, Mithril Mine's going to become Great Chasm or maybe Moria Lake.
I remember back in the day, it was really cool that you just had to know you were going to the Balrog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, well, this is happening. The brown lens. Okay, so it will say marsh, right? So Moria Lake is the only marsh. But that's also where you'd have to... Huh. Huh. This is interesting. Each time a hobbit moves, they must exert is doing a damage.
Yeah. Technically, if Frodo wears the One Ring, he can take a bird instead.
Yeah. All right. Well, Moria Lake it is. Okay. I've got it.
I think I'm almost
2, 3,
at that moment.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm not missing any marshes here. Stealth events. Mountains. Okay. Marshes. Oh, I'm gonna make this watcher work. You just watch.
How many marshes do you have?
Just the one.
I mean, it's interesting because if you just have like 4 or 5,
That's all I've got.
then you just get them all out when you hit the marsh.
Yeah. But if you're not running any marshes, then it's possible that a marsh never shows up at all, right?
I wonder if that's actually possible.
Yeah, because the only one I have is Site 4, which you can run a bunch of different Site 4s. So, that's unfortunate.
There's the beats.
I just need to make sure, or Site 3. Site 3 or Site 4? Yeah, Site 4. So I just need to make sure, if I go to the first site, is it coming from your deck?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to make sure that you go to Site 4 before I do.
Yeah, so you're basically slow walking.
Yeah.
You're not a rush deck.
But if I go first, the only way that works is if you double jump.
Yeah, unless you have something that like replaces a location.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do. I have that explicitly. That's why I have that. Right here, Dark Places. Spot an opponent's side. Replace it with your marsh or underground side of the same number.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Okay, so I need a couple more of those.
Yeah, and in fact, if you had like a second marsh somewhere, that'd be very good. Because like it, you know what I mean? Like having 2 different locations that you could potentially switch mine into a marsh.
The problem is the second one is the bad one for hobbits.
Oh, hobbits is? What does it say?
But if I move first and then, yeah, so this wouldn't make any sense. Each time a hobbit moves to Midgewater Marshes, they must exert.
No, that's exactly right. If you move first, it's not your location. The only time that shows up is if your opponent's moving first.
And then... But I couldn't spot your site until you've already moved to it, right?
So when you move to location 2? That's right. You wouldn't get a chance to play.
I would never have a chance for you to move into that, right?
Yeah.
But if it's the first turn of the game and you go from 1 to 2 and then we go to the shadow phase and then I switch it to a marsh, and then I play on my watcher tentacle stuff, I could bamboozle you, but then I would get wrecked by it the next turn.
Yeah.
Wrong.
And there were no other marshes?
No. All right, we need to see Dark Places. Simple as that.
It's as simple as that. All right, I'm going to divide these back out by faction, the stuff I'm not using, so we can end up in the right, at least, general stack. I'm quite pleased so far.
Feeling good about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a tier 1 world-class deck, but...
Oh, really?
But I definitely feel like good this time, having played way more recently.
You got better ideas?
Give the dwarf and hobbit cards somewhere that you're not using.
All right, here's man. Here's stuff that I didn't run. These are the hobbit cards. And then these are hobbit cards that I wanted to run and didn't. which really annoys me because to wound a minion. Yeah, no.
Where'd the dwarf cards walk off to?
They're in that free people stack somewhere.
Gotcha.
Okay, they're probably here. Yeah, under those.
Perfect.
Hobbit swordplay, do you run it? I mean, that's a great question.
What's Hobbit swordplay?
I've got room for one of them. Right?
What is it?
Exert a hobbit bearing a weapon to wound a minion.
And you have a couple weapons? I mean...
A couple. Not enough.
Wounding the minion... Now, I will say, in our little bubble here, my minions tend to have higher health than one.
You got the big horseman.
But your minions are little baby minions.
Yeah, so you can do some swordplay there.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird that it has to be in a marsh. It can't be in a river, right? Why can't the Watcher be in a river?
Well,
what if it's a freshwater Watcher in the water?
Then you could see it.
That's right. Let's see. Okay.
That's right. Mullet Man saying you won't have that much Twilight on Sight 2 anyway to play the tentacles. Yeah. So like, that's kind of dead in the water.
Loud and clear.
Olmage.
I'm gonna convert to foil Gimli.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm not a fool. And we're there. Well, that was crazy. Huh.
I got locked into my process real quick. Do you want to talk about our decks for a second?
Yeah. Let's see
before we get out of here.
Put that in that stack.
Just enough time not to play.
Yeah.
Which is... Yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
So let me get this sorted a little bit so I can talk about it.
I'll show you what I'm
really
doing.
excited about playing next week. Tell me about it.
All right, so I'm going to have Frodo. He's going to have the ring.
Okay.
So far, so good.
I am tracking thus far.
We're going to have Boromir. We're going to have Merry. We're going to go get Sam at the first location. So this is what's going to be out. Now, here's where things are going to start cooking. We've got 3 of Mr. Baggins.
Bilbo.
He can exhaust and discard a tail to discard a shadow condition from an opponent's support area.
That's not
quite good.
That's not fair.
And in fact, that's the reason I was going to include another tail, and I have not. So let's just start by looking at, okay, what kind of tails do we have?
So you really want to get Bilbo out, apparently. You have cards that proc off of Bilbo?
Because I have 2 practically everyone was invited. Exert Bilbo, play a Hobbit from my draw deck.
Wow.
So the key thing that I'm trying to set up, which is just the busted piece of this. First of all, you can just play Filbert. Filbert's pretty good.
Ooh, you're going to go get all your Hobbitses.
Yeah.
And they're not your companions either. I love it.
What I'm really going to be looking for is first I need the Gaffer. So the Gaffer exert the Gaffer, heal Frodo or Sam. So Sam is tougher. Then you have Bree or Rosie. Sam is strength +1, and you can exert to heal Sam. So we can Sam the Eternal. He's defender +1, potentially 2. Then we have the real key to the deck, wherever it is, the Heal Man. Hobbit Party Guest. Start of each of your turns, heal this ally, and exert to heal another Hobbit at home 1.
So he heals himself 1, exerts 1, heals someone else, and his cycle continues.
Heal Sam, heal this, heal that.
That damage is disappearing into the
Sam should be forever healed.
Yeah, okay.
So he's going to be like a big part of this.
I like that.
He wants to have some Hobbit swords, as they all do. Dagger strikes go with that for some surprise booyaka. Bounder. Just a fine exert, prevent a Hobbit from being overwhelmed unless they're tripled. So the strategies that I'm doing, it's good to prevent that.
I have a similar card for a dwarf, which I'll talk about in a second. Go ahead.
Master Proudfoot, of course, is Master Proudfoot. I'm not worried about it. Then we got a Flaming Brand. We've got a couple we're going to try this time. A couple of deft in their movement. So it's basically spot 2 Hobbits and -2 to the shadow number of a site. So it's just going to give you 2 less money to spend to hurt me. We're going to add a Promise in there.
Dude, that's so good for like a double move.
It's really good, right? Then we're going to play a nice imitation as well. You just put it in your support area. If a hobbit's about to take a wound, discard it to prevent it. So we're going to keep Sam healthy.
I was wondering what that was. That's the pillows the Nazgul were stabbing.
Yeah. Then we've got Elbreth Gilthanil. You put it on Frodo, and then you discard to take off the one ring or to cancel a skirmish involving the ring bearer and a Nazgul. So pay attention. This is a cancel between, but it'll be on the table, so you'll see it.
I don't think you want to play this card.
And then the cost of each one of these that you play on Frodo is -1, so that goes there for free.
Those are sweet. Players Council says it wasn't called Hobbit Hospital for nothing.
Yeah, makes total sense. Then we got the standards.
Is that Party Guest unique? Not.
No.
Hobbit Party Guest?
No, it is
oh
not.
my goodness. No. You only have one though, eh?
I've got 2.
Oh my.
No, I have one more in here, but.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
So it's 2 health around that you can just make disappear.
Yeah, exert, heal, heal, heal at the start of the turn. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, it's a little community of hobbits. I love it. Man. I really do love it.
And then that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut one filbert that I had in because I've got the searches, and I'm going to add one more tail so that Bilbo has something to do with his ability if he wants. What about you?
Okay, so I'll start with my, I think across the board, one of the biggest things that happened for me was just less weirdly conditional things. I only had so many cards to choose from last time, so there was some stuff I was trying to avoid the super conditional last time.
Yeah.
So just things like the Uruk Captain, a solid unit that gets to go in and really focus on making sure I have bad threats to happen. And then the instant pumps are really good. Some notable things on that aren't just dudes. First is demands of the Saxville Bagginses.
Whoa.
So to play, this is Frodo's cousins that are trying to get
cool, yeah.
Baggin and stuff.
Yeah.
To play, you spot a Uruk minion and then place to your support area. Each time a Hobbit ally exerts, add 1 Twilight. Which
it seemed pretty good.
Yeah. Now I didn't understand what you were just doing, except for now I do, so that's even more brutal. But I'll get back to why that's important in a second. We also got Beyond the Height of Men. This is the one where you can exert an Uruk-hai to discard armor possessions, helm possessions, and shields. I'm playing Uruk-hai, so that just seems really powerful. I don't even know if you have that stuff in.
I got some armor
scores.
and some shields and stuff.
Yeah. So that's just a fine card. Of course, 1 copy of the Balrog common version. Durin's Bane. On the Nazgul side of life, I added 6 Twilight Nazgul, and these are just. They're actually less threatening than the other ones. So these less times have fierce. They're a little more expensive across the board. And they just do different things, but they're just big strength. So last time, you actually had the ability to get hobbits over the strength.
Yeah, which is it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and if you're doing that consistently, you just deal with all the Nazgul, right? Yeah. So if we get to later stages of the game, you get more Twilight as you get deeper into the sight path. So the goal would be play, I can play a lot of the big guys, and you don't have the ability to just block them like you do.
So then the Nazgul command comes in and overwhelms.
The other thing that is interesting to me is, where's that? I'm getting more cards that mess with burdens. So, like an example of this is It Wants to Be Found. Pay 2, spot a Twilight Nazgul to add a burden. Straight up. Just pay 2, add a burden. If you can see a Twilight Nazgul.
Okay, so we're gonna be doing the old game now. We're doing the old burden game.
Yeah, and some of my earlier cards, like Nazgul Sword, give +1 damage if you can spot 3 burdens.
Right.
As an example. Let me find it again. And there's like the blade tip, which is if a Nazgul wins a skirmish against something, you can attach it and it becomes a problem. But a lot of my cards reference like spotting burdens and that kind of stuff. One card I really like is Return to its Master. If the ring bearer wears the 1 ring at the end of a skirmish phase, cancel all remaining assignments and assign a Nazgul to skirmish the ring bearer.
Nice.
The 1 ring's game text does not apply. So
we're playing now, aren't we?
Ideally, I can pin your ring bearer with a Nazgul and then have a blade tip out to like make him basically just take burdens for the rest of the game. But it's this kind of stuff like Ulere and Quaya, Ringwraith and Twilight from this current set. Each time it wins a skirmish, you can exert him to wound the ring bearer once or twice if you can spot 5 burdens. Just that kind of text. So burdens are relevant. Can I get burdens on you, actually?
We'll see, won't we?
And this is only Hobbit allies. I thought this was anytime a Hobbit exerts. This is not.
Well, that's exactly for the Hobbit Hospital, though. They're all allies.
Yeah, that seems...
you can put one in, and then I'll see if I can discard it with the tail card from Bilbo. That's the story we'll tell.
There were other cards here that were relevant. Here's a really important card. I only have one. This is something I probably want more of. It's unique, though. So it's called Worry. To play Exert an Uruk-hai, each time an Uruk-hai wins a skirmish, the opponent must choose to either exert the ring bearer or add a burden. So every time I win a fight with the Uruk-hai, yeah, it's super good.
That's a strong...
Yeah, so if the game goes a little longer, I have a lot of things that could potentially mean last time you were exerting Frodo sometimes to like get strength or cancel stuff.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
And so if I can put a little bit more pressure there to either take burdens or once you have enough damage on you, you actually have to take burdens instead. And then we'll see if I can burden you out.
I'm excited to see it. Excited to see it.
On the other side of the fence, I started with my companions. And I'm leaning a little more Dwarven than I did last time because I got Gloin and then I have the 2 from then. But this is the biggest change.
I like that you started with the Nazgul.
I got the Dwarven Bracers and I also got this Hand Axe.
Oh, here we go. Gimli party.
Yeah, so the Hand Axe, you can have it on top of having a different axe. So you have 2 axes, right? So I have the 3 unique Dwarven companions here. But notably, too, I got 4 copies of this Flurry of Blows, which is a 1-cost pump that's +2 or +4 and +1 damage if you're bearing 2 hand weapons.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So I wanted the 4...
Could take down the Balrog, man.
I wanted the 4 axes. I think that pump is really good. And then I had these axes already. Gimli's Battle Axe and then 2 Dwarven axes. So ideally, Gimli and 2 of these guys. Like this goes on Gimli, of course.
You doing the old dwarves. That's real.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
So it's just, I think, going to be a little more consistent. And then took out any of the cards that were like worse pumps and or weaker consistency. I think what I'm kind of looking for on the bad guy side, as it were, is I think I'm still missing some amount of force them to take burdens on the ring bearer. I feel like Uruk-hai, if there was a Venn diagram of all the bad guy teams and what they do, Nazgul and Uruk-hai are overlapping in the big dudes with fierce.
Is Uruk-hai the white hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then essentially forcing the ring bearer into engagements or exertion or that kind of stuff.
Like specifically attacking the ring bearer and not worrying about the rest of the board so much. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times you won't have as big of a rest of the board because I have these big things coming at you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like, your orcs will damage me. And so that becomes, I eventually damage is the thing I'm managing.
Mm-hmm.
But like you were saying, Boromir disappeared last time really quickly.
Yeah.
And so that's the goal.
And that makes a ton of sense too, because then the goblin-y archer type folks are all about just consistently keeping the damage coming, and then eventually it wears you down. And then you can swarm the board, and then the ring bearer gets caught up.
Yeah. Let me just look real quick.
What's your like tech card to actual threats on the
That's a good question.
the dark side? Because that's something I do kind of worry about. There's probably ratios that players have worked out.
I'm at like 70% threat.
So I'm at like 60% probably. But a lot of it is like exerting an orc to draw 2 cards. I mean, I guess, who could I even do this to? The Moria Scouts are so good for that.
Player Council said the old rule of thumb was you want about at least half.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. Let's stick with it then.
I'm going to make some tweaks.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
There were cards I was considering, and I realized I just need them.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we pretty well done it, haven't we? Mines of Moria opened and integrated. What are your tweaks?
There's this resistance becomes unbearable.
So you're like leaning in, it sounds like.
Yeah. Exert a Twilight Nazgul to exert the Ring Bearer. So that's just fine in and of itself. But then if the Ring Bearer is exhausted, so if Frodo has 3 damage at that point, you have to wear the 1 ring.
Yeah.
Then every exertion past that point becomes burdens. That was the key.
How do you take that thing off?
What thing?
The ring. So once you wear it...
When you stop. Okay. You can take it off.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. Hold on. There will be adjustments.
I love this.
It's good. Folks. It's good. So we made the updates. Next week, come back and we'll play.
Yeah, we get to play.
The decks.
So I hope you enjoyed just hanging out and seeing the old cards, opening up Mines of Moria, etc. Next time we're coming back in, and Thursdays are going to be a little on and off here for the next probably month or so.
Next week is interesting, right?
So keep that in mind. I think we're still back on Lord of the Rings next week.
Okay.
And then week after, I think we might be off doing some other stuff. And then
that's right.
We'll get back in the swing, So as we're able to do these, we will catalog the journey of this game. And then what's after Mines?
Realms of the Elf Lords.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's where you get like Galadriel and that whole phase, and then that's where the Uruk-hai should get some stuff there too. So I didn't get that much on the. I got some stuff, but not a ton, because you were getting all the beats.
Serious beats.
But next set's pretty good for the. I think the Orcs and the Uruk-hai get some really good heat.
Yeah.
The Sauron stuff was pretty underdeveloped up front, which makes sense.
And then that third set, after that, we'll tweak the decks again, and then we'll play, and then we'll kind of start over with the 4th set. Right?
2 towers.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate it. We'll be here most Thursdays. So we'll see you then. You can catch up with us on social. You can talk about this game and other classic games on our Discord channel. So feel free to hop over there and join. You can find that in the footer of our website. Sometimes we pop it on the screen as well. And yeah, just be with us and join this thing. It's a pleasure. We'll see you next time.